we have a specific feature for that, which is here in scene and merge final assemblies. So this function is here to merge parts together, but only the parts which are at the lowest level of your hierarchy. So that means here we have only one part, so it's not relevant. But here is the lowest level, so level 1 or 0, level 1, level 2. And at level 2 we have, I don't know, maybe 100, 200 different elements. This merge final assemblies will merge together all these parts at the end of the hierarchy. Here it is, and I get my model back with all my parts merged together, except that I've processed my my screws in the meantime. So you see, if you apply a similar process to the entire model, you will save a lot of polygons.
A quick question for you here, Laurent. This is also kind of gets in the same vein of reducing model complexity and improving performance. One of the things that's important is instancing. How do you handle instancing from a CAD model, for example, that may have multiple instances of a component, like a screw or a bolt, and getting that into Unity so that the instances are, you know, referenced as, say, 1,000 instances of the same part as opposed to 1,000 different components, or I should say 1,000 different objects within Unity?
I'm not sure about how Unity is handling the instances. Do you know if Unity is capable of identifying one object as a repetition of another one? I just don't have the answer.
Yeah, I believe it is. Frank or someone else on the line could answer better than I can, but we do support instancing, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but it would need to be the same actual objects or the same mesh. If it's a different mesh that just has pretty much the same data, then we don't know this.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, because we know how to handle instances into PiXYZ. We don't know how to create them. So I cannot create instances of an object within PiXYZ. But if I'm importing a model like the brake disc again, which have instances, here, for example, I can hide my occurrence. So I'm hiding only one bolt. But I can add all in once. So that means all these small bolts here are one mesh, one instance, which is duplicated several times in the model. So you can see them by the.
I was going to say, this is something that's an opportunity for improvement. I know that we've got some planned discussions here with the team in Montreal on importing, but I think that this is something that's a good planned improvement for getting instancing support.
Okay.
I have another question, if possible.
Yeah, sure.
So I just wonder, and maybe this might be on the Unity side, but does the hierarchy, because you said the hierarchy is getting preserved in Unity, does it affect the order of drawing so we can reject pixels that will not be visible? Because I know I prefer, like in optimization mode, I prefer that to be the most optimal.
So there is no link between the hierarchy and the visibility or not of your model. I don't know if you are talking about the LODs.
Well, it's more like, imagine, you know, you have several nested meshes with your hierarchy. So it means the one that's nested, there might be less visible pixels. So you want that to be rendered last so that most pixels could be rejected when being rendered because the other object is in front of it.
This is not how Unity works. Unity renders objects depending on their origin. It's sorted by origin and not by hierarchy.
Okay.
I think I have. There is a screenshot actually coming from Unity. Must be this one. I think it's a good example now, Frank. So this is a camera in Unity, and you have the occlusion culling technology, which is preventing Unity to display and compute objects that are not visible from the camera or from the user point of view. But it's handled by the viewer and directly through ray tracing or something like that. It's not necessarily computed in the hierarchy.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking in terms of optimization, that could be one technique, because a lot of times it's very hard to to control the ordering of meshes, especially because there's already a relationship in between, and I've seen the exploded view and